What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We're gonna wait for a couple people to get up in here. We're gonna wait a couple minutes, man. Day one of the camp. We back. We back. So we're gonna wait a couple minutes and we're gonna get right in. We got some things to talk about for sure. I got some notes. Yeah, I got some notes. We got some things to talk about, y'all. We got some things to talk about. We're gonna go ahead and wait another little minute and we're gonna get straight to it. You know, I was listening to um, the press conference the other day with Dak. I mean, not Dak, but Jerry and Mike, and very interesting. I definitely learned some things, and we definitely going to get into that. So yeah, so in about another minute, we gonna get this show rolling. We gonna get it rich rolling. So yeah, man, how y'all doing out there, man? I see some people coming in. How y'all doing out there, man? Talk to me. Talk to me. How y'all doing? Let me see. And then Brown. Yeah. So now that yeah, it's about time. We go ahead and start. Woo, I got some things to talk about, y'all. Man, let me start this. Let me just start off with because I'm confused, right? So I looked at that little clip with Bart Scott talking about he'll take Jameis over Dak. Man, what he on? Jameis over Dak? What is you talking about? I mean, I know ESPN be trying to do all that shock value stuff and get you to watch, but sometimes you just like, why? And everybody who watches the NFL know we ain't taking no damn Jameis over no Dak. Stop playing. That don't even make no sense. But anywho, I wanted to address that ignorance real quick before we get straight into this day one, man. Because I don't know I was speechless when I said that. I was just sitting back like, what the heck is he talking about, bro? But yeah. So day one, no pads, technique, timing is what we trying to accomplish here. You know, for those who may not been in the best shape, it's time to get in shape. It's camp time, you know. Um, but I've heard Mike McCarthy said that his players came ready to roll. So that means that he didn't have no issues from the sound of it. Or at least I hope that's the case. I mean, when you say your players is ready to roll, then that means at least the majority, if not all, they came ready. They came in decent shape and they came ready to go. That's crucial. That means we taking the offseason serious. That means we focused and we got our eyes on the prize. So that is very crucial. But so there was some notes from the day. Oh, before I get into my message, I want to discuss this. You know how we talk about we need to run the ball? Well, 1,600 yards between your running backs is running the ball. So even though the dude came in some chunks, I have to say, man, I was like, I remember seeing it. I'm like, I didn't know that. But it just felt like we ain't run the ball enough. It's like there was some more of it that needed to be had. So, we got to build on that. But I want to get into what Mike has said. So, Mike said that The identity that we had last year is the same identity that he wants to carry on this year. My question to y'all, right? He said he just, he wanted him to be physical, but he said, instead of having to get players hyped to go, he wanted to scale them back. That's interesting. So my question to y'all is that really what we did last year? Is that a recipe for success on offense? With the personnel that we have, is that a recipe for success? Is that a recipe for success? I'm a little. Y'all know me. I'm saying, especially with what we got and the certainty that we got at wide receiver, we need to run the ball. But he did say this because in my live yesterday we talked about discipline. But this is what he said on these three core principles. He said he wants discipline to be fundamentally sound, and he wants grit. Hold on, let me make sure I write that right. Yep. And of course, we want to be physical. Every team wants to be physical. But that discipline and that fundamentally sound, I mean, everybody preached that, though, but is you really going to do it, though, Mike? I also seen that Jerry endorsed Mike and pretty much made a statement of all the contract details is not out there and that there's some years past this year. Was Jerry lying? Or was Jerry telling the truth? I'm like, if he gonna come back, I think Jerry waiting on this year. I think if Mike don't make the playoffs, if Mike don't have a decent playoff run at minimum, I think if we ain't at least go to the NFC Championship, then I think Mike gone. Because one thing I do believe is that Jerry believe that Mike can take us to the championship, to the Super Bowl, and that's what he expects from him. That's one thing I do believe. So it's going to be interesting. But day one of camp. Let's talk about it. I seen in the 2-minute drill, Anthony Brown with a pick six. My thing with Anthony Brown is will he regress or will he build up on the season that he had last year? We can say what we want about Anthony Brown, but Anthony Brown makes some game-changing plays. And if he could continue to make plays like that, because, Anthony Brown, he'd be Anthony Brown. Then he'll sit over there and get a fumble recovery, take it to the house, a pick six. He'll do something that'll get you to, to get you to change how you feel about him. So I think, Ant Brown is kind of underrated. And then looking like we're getting the most out of him. There's a reason why Dan Quinn brought him back. There is a reason why Dan Quinn brought him back. So, yeah. Also, for my evaluations, from what I've seen, and this is, Calvin Watkins, Connor McGovern, first team at left guard in 11 versus 11. And also, it was reported that they switched, snaps. They kind of shared it. But The 11-11 tells you all. And I believe they went that just because of the experience and the vet. I don't believe it's going to stay like that. I believe as we go, Tyler Smith is going to take that. We've seen what Connor McGovern is. They can say what they want, man, but to me, he didn't play well. And so if we can get Tyler Smith, even as a rookie, to come up in here and take that, then I'm good with that. I'll roll with the punches. I just roll with what it is and roll with what it ain't. But let's see. Also, did say the defense is underrated and that they want to make a statement. Damn. If that performance that we had last year means that their defense is underrated, then my thing is you'll be underrated because we had a good year statistically on defense, but then we sit over there and fold in the playoffs. So they like, is this a fluke? Is this just because y'all was playing against weak teams, or what's the case may be? Like, is it overinflated? Like what? So yeah, I believe they're underrated, but I also believe, because he said that they out here got something to prove, right? They try to make a statement. I believe that is the case because they don't believe in y'all. They don't believe in y'all. They don't believe in y'all as a defense. There's no way that we should have got punked against the 49ers. So yeah, they don't believe in you as a defense. Sorry. So will the defense be good? Yes. That's no debate. But you still got to prove yourself. You got to come out the gates smoking. You got Tampa and you got Cincinnati. You got to come out the gates. Also, I seen that they said that Jabril Cox will be on the rep count. Yeah, you ease him, man. He had that knee injury. You count on him, so you want to ease him, man. You want to make sure that he ready because, like I said in other videos, we are counting on Jabril Cox to make a heavy impact. So it's time to make that heavy impact. So we got to take our time and get that man ready. So when the pass comes, we're gonna go full force. We can go full force. Also, Mike McCarthy said that Michael Gallup is in the fourth quarter of his rehab. So that tells me that he's there, but he will be missing games. Probably by the time that he gets ready to go, it's probably going to be like the end of, kind of when we start being in the preseason. So then he got to get his, so I think he's going to miss a few games. So I believe that's that's the inevitable. We in training camp and he's in the fourth quarter. Is it the beginning of the fourth quarter? Is it the end of the fourth quarter? Where is it at? Where is it at? So yeah, we definitely, that's something to keep an eye on. That gave us confirmation of Michael Gallup will be gone in the first, he ain't gonna be available for us. So here's what we got. I also seen something where they said that Dak missed James Washington on a deep post. I mean, on a deep ball. I mean, not a deep post. It wasn't confirmed yet, and I didn't see it. But on a deep ball, that just tells me this what we already knew. It's time for them to build a connection. It's time for them to get on the same page. So they have all training camp and all preseason to get on the same page. So, that's not like that's something to be expected. They just got to get their timing right. Just like he got to get the timing with his rookie wide receiver. He has a whole bunch of new receivers. He ain't gonna really be throwing it to nobody familiar other than CD and Dalton. We got a new tight end. We have a new tight end. We have new receivers. Gallup not there. So we ain't gonna really be seeing anything familiar to going on in the halfway season, So um to me, I don't really have too big of an expectations of like, oh, let's come in ablazing. We might go through some ups and downs, but we need to be hot going down the stretch. The key is being hot going down the stretch for the playoffs, man, because we better make the playoffs. Even though people thinking we were rebuilding, how are we rebuilding? We pretty much got the same roster from last year, and we added pieces to the one of the biggest puzzles to this team, which is the defense. How? Yeah, we got question marks, but to me, it seemed like we're kind of built the way that those Super Bowl participants were. Gallup and CD will represent T. Higgins and Chase. I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying them two wide receivers. We got Odell and Cooper Kupp. Not comparing them, but it was the two main wide receivers. Cincinnati had Tyler Boyd, and maybe that'll be James Washington. Maybe that'll be Tolbert. They had a decent tight end. Rams had a decent tight end. So, but one thing they did do is play good defense. Do y'all kind of see like, oh yeah, this is how the Super Bowl participants how they built their team. This is what we needed to do. If you look at it, that's how we built. Safety, bam. They took pride in the safety. Look what we did. We brought Hooker back. We brought Curse back. And, we got Wilson. They had good nose guards. They had Ashawn Robertson, and they had a Reader. And guess what we did? We drafted one, and we relying on Bohannon. And maybe we're going to sit over there and rush Gallimore there. So, they D-lines. They had Hendrickson. They had Vaughn. And, Donald. They got good. Well, look at our D-line. They had little questions and marks at linebackers. They have some unknown, but we don't have that. We have something that they don't have, which is Micah Parsons. And and then we have some unproven guys there at linebacker. Of course, we already know that, but if you really look at it, the blueprint of the Super Bowl participants, Dallas is right there. So, and it was shown that you don't need no elite offensive line to go all the way. The teams with the better offensive lines, they went home early. Cincinnati ain't had no good offensive line. It was decent enough. The Rams had it, it was cool. It was solid, but it wasn't like elite. So, we worried about the wrong things, So, but one thing for sure, when it was time for him to run, he ran. When Stafford, when it was time for him to run, he ran. So that, when it's time for you to run, it's time for you to run. It's time for you to run. Excuse me, y'all. Take me water. So, yeah. Also, Zeke back at full go. I mean, we know that he was limited, because the partially torn knee. Yeah, that's tough. You can't, it affected his burst. We knew something was going on with Zeke. But I didn't understand why, but we wanted him to take a rest, but it looked like that if he took a rest, it still wasn't going to matter because it was torn. So I believe that's why he played through it, because he's like, what's rest going to do? It's still going to be hurt. I'm still, I might as well play through it. I respect that. That's why Mike and them said that Zeke is our rock. They set the tone. That man came in there and played with a torn knee, giving it his all. And we had fans like, oh, Zeke ain't the same, though. We knew something was up. A lot of us knew something was up. But, he toughed it out like a warrior. And in football, you got to be a warrior. You got to set the standard. You got to play through things. When you got something, when you playing for, see, look, it comes down to like this. You playing for something greater than yourself. You getting on one accord with 53 other guys and playing for something bigger than yourself. Y'all sacrificing your bodies for something bigger than yourself. You know, so that's key, and that's a big factor, and that's how championship teams come to form. They all make that sacrifice and come on one accord to play in a situation that is bigger than themselves. And if we could realize that this year, oh my God, oh my God, mm, 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 mm. Wow. Also, I believe Jerry said that we are in better shape to contend than we were at this point last year. And I believe, even though he really didn't answer that question in the press conference, I believe he was referring to, yeah, we pretty much have the same team, but they're older and more experienced. And it's not like, a chicken with their head cut off. How often will we utilize a 4-3, meaning playing three linebackers? You know what? I believe that they could do that. I believe they do that a lot. I'll tell you why. Because of Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is not a liability. He can play on base, nickel, dime. He can play in all that. And so, they may have a Leighton and Cox back there and have Michael Parsons roaming somewhere else. That's the luxury that Micah gives us. And that's the luxury of having athletic linebackers that can do more than one thing and not just run stuffing linebackers. Even when Leighton came out, Leighton, his main thing was coverage. So we have linebackers that can cover. Yeah, Leighton is a shell of himself, though, but we do have linebackers. We have four of them, actually, that takes pride in covering. One of them is hurt, but, we have four of them that, can cover. First down, we play the run, but if you think we play two linebackers on passing downs, and yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, Curse. Yeah, I was saying that in my other line. Um, Curse is like half linebacker, half safety. So he's pretty much Micah Parsons in a sense of you're not just playing your natural position. You ain't just playing linebacker. You're gonna rush. You're gonna do whatever we need you. Shit, if you need to play corner, you're gonna play corner. So you know what I mean. So we definitely, we definitely have some hybrid type players. I'm interested. I've seen Sam Rush on a nice little Sam Williams. I mean, on a nice little rush. When I was watching that inside that training camp live. I seen that burst. So that was good to see. That was definitely good to see. I seen some good things out there. But what I did see, I seen some rookies need to learn how to practice. I seen Tyler, but they gonna learn how to practice though. But I was looking at Tyler like, yeah, he need to learn how to practice though. But that's the least of our worries. Worried about somebody knowing how to practice. Tyler Smith, the type of dude to go all out. He the type of dude to go all out. So we ain't worried about that. We probably got to tell Tyler Smith to kind of calm it down some. We got to tell him, calm it down. You're going too hard. Yeah. So I believe, so far so good. What else did I see? Let me see. Yeah, but I'm interested though. I'm interested to see how early will Tyler Smith take that job from McGovern, because I believe that McGovern is just handed the that position, the starting position in 11-11, just because he's a vet. So if we had to roll, I honestly don't want to roll with that. I don't. I really don't. But if he's not ready, then we have no choice. We have no choice. So, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting to see. But, so far, so good. No pads, all action. I'm looking at CD. CD, it look like his back bigger. It look like he definitely put on something. That back look wider. that back look a little wider. I can tell, I'm a weightlifter, so that back look a little wider than usual. So I'm like, okay, yeah, he definitely feeling it out. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's excellent. That's excellent that he feeling out. He gonna have to take it because he gonna have to take the load. He gonna have to get off them double. He gonna have to go against double teams now. He gonna have to go against them physical corners. Now he going against the number one corners who real physical. He got to go against the Ramses, the Lattimores. He got to go against them top corners now. Consistently. I'm not saying that he never did go against them because he did, but now it's the target of now we got to stop you, CD. You can't get off. Is you ready to handle that? So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that one. Definitely interested in that one. But yeah, man, them was the notes that I kind of see. I see them talk about Dalton Schultz as well, talking about he's the perfect cow. Like Jerry said, he like him available. He represents the Cowboys on and off the field, and I can agree with that. However, me and everybody in the world knows that the contract that Dalton won't, they don't want to pay that. So they're just talking them up because they're in the press conference, but we all know they're not about to pay that man. If they pay that man, I'll be very surprised and I'll be very confused as well because there's no reason to pay that man. You're gonna sit over there and get the tight end that we drafted. I promise you that if you use him in the Dalton Schultz role, you will at least get Dalton Schultz production from that. But here's my question to y'all, right? Since it's obvious that we have to run the ball more, is Jeremy Sprinkle, a shoe man to make this team? And if he does make this team, will his role grow because of the importance of us having to run the ball a lot more, especially early on, especially with Gallup missing? So that's my question. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how the McKeon and the rookie and Sprinkle. I'm interested to see how that all goes down. I really am. Because if McKeon steps up, right, what does that mean for Dalton? If you rolling with the rookie and Keon and Sprinkle, what does that mean for Dalton? Do you trade him and get what you can? Right. Most definitely can be replaced. So I would. All depends on what's going on with some of the positions that we have concern in. I would trade them. If we definitely in need. But to be honest with you, if we kept them for the year and just paid them on that tag and just just was able to use them for as much as we can use them, I'm not mad if we don't get no compensation from them and we just let them walk. I'm really not mad. I'm not. I believe they're trying to get a compensation pick from him. So I believe that's why they're playing it the way they're playing it. I believe they're trying to get some type of value from him. Yeah, yep. I just said, yeah, we on the same page. We definitely on the same page. Yep, get that count pick. Yeah. What would it be? A fifth round? Would it be a fifth round or a sixth round? A fourth, just because of where he got drafted and the production. Okay. Yeah. To get a fourth for that, just sometimes, when you draft, it's just, hey, I appreciate your service on your rookie contract, but we gonna go cheaper, especially if he ink a. Yep, that's correct. That is correct. Um, I seen. Let me see if I can play. Because I'm interested. Let me see something. I've been seeing them talk. Let me play some clips real quick. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm interested to see. Let's look at it. Let's listen to a couple of our rookies and see what they're talking about. Let's see. I see they just dropped them. Let's see. Let's look at let's listen to Sam. Let's listen to Sam. Let's see what he got to say. 11 a million? Yeah, right. Yeah, because I don't want to pay that. I definitely don't want to pay that.
It was fun. I missed football. Over the break, I didn't do anything but work out and go home. So I'm really happy to be out here with the guys again.
Is it tough to go through that ramp-up period because you want to get back out there and doing everything?
Ramp-up period? What do you mean?
These practices where you're not in pads, where they kind of have to, they monitor and get you going slow.
No, because I'm kind of a patient person. So, I mean, I'm just going with the process, taking one day at a time.
Sam brought your assets already, but what have you learned about Dan Quinn and how he can mentor a young player? We saw what he did with Michael last year.
Well, me seeing that, like when I came here, I just emptied, like, we call it a toolbox, meaning like I just empty it, like basically like don't know anything, and I fill it up with the knowledge and the stuff that I've learned over the break, that I learned from the trainers, that I learned from defensive specialists, DQ. So, and now it's like my toolbox is getting full. So in the game time, whichever tool I need, I'm gonna use it at the time.
That's true.
Well, I mean, I just get knowledge from those guys because
that's true,
like D-Law, Armstrong, like I want to be in that position one day because like as a rookie, it's a goal to play 5-6 years, maybe 10 to 15, But yeah, I mean, we talk good talks, and they put knowledge on me, and I use it.
Does what you saw Micah Parsons do, what you've seen Diggs do early in his career, does that give you incentive or motivation that you can actually have a significant role on the team as a rookie?
Well, to be honest, I don't look at anybody like past records, I just try to be the best version of me. Like I'm beating me. If I beat me and I go out and compete every day, then everything else gonna handle itself. As long as the team wins, I win. So.
What is it you can contribute the most early
yeah, as a pass rusher, as a team player, it's just somebody that the team can rely on and just be where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there,
Was there anything you worked on specifically since the last training camp, or was it just staying in condition?
Well, no, I put a few pounds off, Other than that, like I just worked on like my pass rush moves and like critique them, because it's certain areas that I want to improve on. No one's a perfect pass rusher, so it's always room to work. So like I'm always willing to learn something new and get better at my profession.
Where you do that? Like you in the backyard or something? Just get work.
No, I was just around. I was in Texas the whole time. Like I don't know anybody in Texas, so like when I say I was bored, I need new friends. Like whoever's listening, if y'all want to be my friend, let me know, cause let me tell you, I was bored. Like I just go home, and then I have my son, so. We went to this place called Lifetime. It's a new place in Frisco, and where they can watch my son while I work out and do my thing. So it was a pretty fun experience. I'm trying to get to learn Texas and stuff, but it was so hot, man. It was so hot.
So you didn't try and put any pass rush moves on your son or anything like
that? Nah, not yet.
What have you learned from the veterans that maybe you didn't have, nuances to your game that you didn't have?
The biggest thing I've learned from the veterans really is my approach and things like how I pass rush. How do I get into a move? Like so many people just say, okay, like they think, like I used to think, I'm gonna do this move, but it's like, how can you set up this move? So, especially with D-Law and Michael, like I asked them like, how do you do that kind of stuff? Because I see Michael do some crazy stuff, and I'm like, how do you do that? And he tell me, and I try to work it.
What's an example of one of the things Mike has done, and what did he tell you about it?
Like I remember my first day, he was just going around, like he went around an O-lineman and then he just stopped and the O-lineman kept going and he just like Michael just walked to the quarterback. I was like, how did you do that? Like then the O-lineman just turned around like, what is this man? And it was a pretty cool thing.
Is there other pass rushers
That's
in
how
the
he
league you
coming?
studied?
I wouldn't
Mike
say
is
study.
nasty.
I mean, I watched, but I wouldn't say study.
Has Charles Haley helped you at all?
Oh yeah, Charles, yeah, he helped me.
Charles.
Yeah, PG-13 version.
No, Charles is just a funny guy, man. He's very knowledgeable. He just teach me what he done. I mean, if you watch how he played and stuff, he was a bad dude. So like, he just teach me some of the things that he done, and I just try to work them. Like I said, like I'm even if I don't use certain things, like I put them in my toolbox because you never know. You know, have you ever worked on a car and you had that little screwdriver underneath that only can fit like this specific screw, and then you go looking for it, it's rusty and all that, but you still got it in there and you can still use it. You know.
On that note, you've got for your toolbox like a pass rush move or technique, but then also for the plays and the system. How do you go about learning the plays and the system with Dan?
Well, I write it down every time I hear it. Like I'm the type of guy that have to see it, then do it, and then walk through it. So like every time I hear it, even if I hear it 5 times a day, I'm writing it down 5 times. So like now it's like muscle memory. So whenever I hear a call, I know my job, where my eyes supposed to be, and what's my responsibility off the top because I wrote it down, I studied it, I walked through it, and
Bring a bunch of notebooks out here. Bring a bunch of notebooks out here to write.
Facts.
Yeah. We got notebooks from the team, so yeah.
Looking real special.
Go about getting your teammates and coaches to trust you.
Well,
I like his desire to learn. I like, it just seemed like he nice, even, like he loved football, that's even killed, and he understands himself. He understands how he learns. He learning from the vets, trying to get this knowledge to implement. But but this is one thing I thought about though. It's unfair how they keep trying to compare him to Michael Parsons. There's only one Michael Parsons. They can't keep comparing this man to Michael Parsons. Yeah, he may look like him a little bit, but we know off the rip, them is 2 different players. So to put that Micah Parsons, of course they're gonna try to put expectations, and they're gonna try to say, "Oh, Micah came in and did." Nah, that's unfair because Micah is like a once in a generation type of player. So you can't compare that man to Micah Parsons. Yeah, that was Sam Williams. Yeah, that was Sam. So, I just really think it's unfair that, that they, they're doing it. Yeah, it's one, like I said, it's one thing to say he looked like him and joke around, but I really do get this sense that people are really going to compare it, like his activity, like the way he comes and his performance to Micah. And, that's just, if you're doing that, then you're going to be disappointed. If he does come out similar, then damn. How you hit like that back-to-back years. But in all reality, you can't expect that from that man. So I just think, they should just let him be a rookie and just bring it down some and, and just roll with the punches, So that's my thoughts regarding that. Let's see what we got going on. Let me see. Big Tyron. Let's listen to a little bit of let's listen to our other rookie. Let's listen to Tyler Smith a little bit. Let's see what he got to say.
First practice, how training camp, just impressions.
Definitely good work. I can tell we all getting back into the swing of things. Biggest thing right now is just refining those things we did in OTAs, mini camp, and so far and so on to get ready for the season because it's fast approaching. Our first preseason game was on the 13th, so we're just trying to tighten it up. Like Zach said, a big emphasis on making sure we're tight mentally and physically. And it was good work today, though. We hope to improve in the days to come for sure.
How would you describe the tempo of the work today?
Definitely an attack tempo.
You talking
That's been
about
a big focus for us. Even this morning, Coach McCarthy emphasized, we're in the
I forgot his
offense,
name. But the one from
and we're trying to
TCU,
get
right?
We're trying to get after teams. We're trying to set the tone up front and all throughout the field. So that's what we really emphasize today.
You talking about the one, the returner from okay, yeah. Hold on, let me pause on that one. Hold up.
I mean,
But my thing though, I think if he gonna make the team, like really just be a part of it, then he has to bring some type of value at wide receiver. Like we already got our 3, but he has to bring, something like a different and return that Turpin. Yeah. Cavante, right? Yeah. So he has to bring something different. He has to bring something different, that we ain't got. Because we as Dallas, we always get the possession wide receivers, the big wide receivers, that got the size. But we need something different. We need somebody quick and shifty that, kind of what Tavon Austin was supposed to be for us. But so I can't wait to see because it'll be nice to get some more juice though. But I believe that if push come to shove, I'll just put Tony Pollard at punt and kickoff return. But let's get back a little bit to Tyler Smith.
big thing I did in off-season training, I worked out with Duke, and that was one of the things that he really emphasized for us, like just blocking with your eyes, feet, and hands, because your eyes will take you where you're trying to go, and just getting everything in sync. And Coach Blasco and Coach Phil have done a good job with us, just having us practice those little small cues, making sure that we're doing everything in sync, because that's big for all linemen. So that was just that's just work. That's just work showing itself in the field, and I hope to continue to do that.
Hey, that man's smart though. This man's
that's
smart.
big for me. Like, I live 10 minutes from the facility, so it's like he's right there. Like I had no excuse.
I like the rookie.
To get to work even after we finished. We concluded mini camp. So he was a huge resource for me, and the vets that were working out there were a huge resource as well. Like guys like Trey Smith, Tron Armstead, amongst others. Like they were working out there too. So I made sure I asked them questions, and they really helped me out in terms of helping me train certain things, helping me look for certain things on tape as well.
I know this is one practice, but can you feel the effect of that work over the summer, just in working out here on the field? How much of a difference does it make?
I definitely can. I leaned out a lot since mini camp at OTAs. And, I could just feel that extra work, just staying in shape, just building upon stuff, doing a lot of O-line specific work, staying on the playbook. I see a lot of those things coming to fruition. We just gotta continue to get better because it's never good enough. We're always looking for perfection. We're always looking to improve. So, that's what I hope to do.
You're rotating with Connor at left guard right now. You talk about that battle and your focus on trying to get that starting job.
Right now I'm just focused on doing what I can to help the team out. We're always competing. Like Coach McCarthy, he said that the first day. No, actually, Jerry said that the first day. He said,
as I stated earlier in the live, Connor McGovern is only starting because he's a vet, and we just trying to work him in there. I believe once this man picks it up, it's Tyler Smith's job because we didn't look how you lose your job again to Connor Williams, bro. How you lose your job to Connor Williams? How you take his spot and lose it again? Ooh, you some kind of special player. You some kind of special player.
never come under the impression that somebody isn't after your job. So, it's just healthy competition. We help each other. Like anything that I need, he'll tell me. Like the vets will tell me. So it's good work all around for sure.
But any type of inherent pressure or focus that I'm the first round pick, I need to start.
I can't really say there's pressure. The work is the work. Like, I came here to play. I'm just I'm out here to compete and do what I can.
Right.
To, get to where I want to be. And it's a process. I understand that. I'm just looking to get better every single day.
Is there a comfort level?
It is easing them in.
Up a little bit. If you play some guard tackle, do you feel like you could play at the weight you're at now at either spot?
I feel comfortable where I am right now. Definitely, I'll play wherever coach wants me to play. Like, I train for it all.
I don't want him at tackle right now. I need him at guard.
Any spot they put me at. So, I feel like they're putting me in the best position. I'm certainly trying to put myself in a good position as well.
you have a really good resource of a guy like Tyron Smith. What are some of the questions that you might ask him?
I mean, I definitely ask him a lot, even just like a lot of pre-snap stuff, like where you put your eyes, like, you know, what's your aim when you get out of your stance, what's your aim in the run game? You know, he tell me things like, you know, get to your spot in pass protection. You know, like, you know, Zach, when I ask him questions, it'd be like, focus your eyes on, like, find the aiming point for when you get out of your stance, like with your feet. Like, just make sure that you're in a stance that's comfortable for you. Little things like that. Even on tape, I kind of ask them what they look for. You know, they're always a great resource. You know, those are two great vets. Definitely two Hall of Fame dudes. You know, it's rare to have guys like that in your building, so I definitely take advantage any way I can.
Let me know what y'all think about this real quick. Let me play it. We're going to go to Jerry real quick.
Great prices on the freshest produce and so much more. The pain away.
The Dallas Cowboys had their State of the Team news conference today. What would owner Jerry Jones have in store for us?
I was listening to this press conference.
WFAA's Joe Trahan joins us live today from Oxnard, California.
Let me see. Let me go switch.
The team handle his stories, both.
That sustains me.
There we go. Hold on. Let me go back.
Things like that. And as for going more than a quarter of a century with 0 Super Bowl championships,
I can live with the fact that we have been closer than the zeros we have in line here over these last years you're talking about. That sustains me. That's food for me. And so that keeps me going. That's not a loser you're talking to, although it sounds like it. What it is someone that wants to go again and feels like that we've got the tools to win it.
Jerry.
Yeah, there's some verbal gymnastics going on there. Look, the way I see it, Cowboys fans deserve better than what they got the second half of last season. After showing promise early in the year, the Cowboys failed to make good on it. They should have had a better end to that season.
In his interview,
Listen, that's just one of the things that was covered in that press conference.
You damn right we deserve better. You damn right. So, what you mean? See, look. All that, we close. Man, look, if we ain't went to no NFC championship, we ain't close. What you mean? That's close. You being a runner-up in the Super Bowl, that's close. Man, we've been one and done. That ain't close. How many times we gonna be one and done? Ready to win. Like, it's cool. You know, he always want to, see one thing, Jerry, though. Jerry for sure could talk. Jerry sure make it sound good, don't he? But, bro, it's been over 20-something years since we tasted that bowl, that cereal in that Super Bowl. Bro, I'm ready to win. It's just, so say, for instance, if whatever happens, say, for instance, if one of our plans don't work out, Jerry and Steven, are you willing to make a Von Miller type trade like the Rams did to go get us over the top? You said that? Yeah, I just heard a whole bunch of dreams. He talking about he believe in Mike and, Mike is the guy. Prove it then. Give him a contract extension. I don't hear nothing he talking about, but he did say, I had options and, I could have acted upon them options. And okay, so was them options better than Mike McCarthy though? Everybody thought that Sean Payton was better than Mike McCarthy. Are you telling me that that you couldn't tell Sean Payton and convince Sean Payton to come to not retire for a year to come coach your team? See, Sean Payton left the Saints because he knew what to expect with the Saints. He knew that, it was going to be pointless. They wasn't going to win nothing right now. They were in a rebuilding year. He knew that. So that's why he felt comfortable in leaving. And what makes us think that he would want to come back to this situation? What makes you think that He want to play. He want to coach under Stephen Jones, who is cheap as hell. You know what I'm saying? He can't. You know, come on. What makes you think that he want to coach if they ain't gonna give him the players that he desire? You know, it's one thing, right? You know, we might as well just roll with the punches and see what Mike can do. Because right now, I believe we got a good foundation under Mike. We got a good foundation player wise, right? Mike just gotta stop playing and really just get this team disciplined and get this team ready. I believe that there's gonna have to be a move being made sooner or later in this training camp. And it could be at wide receiver. But man, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, I can't wait till the pass come on. Pass come on next week. I can't wait, y'all. Oh my gosh. Cause them pads is gonna tell us everything we need to know. Yeah, it's gonna come off a little slow, we getting in, but when them pads come and when they start mashing, yeah. That's what we waiting on. All that little talk and all that, man, show us. See, look, you could tell if this team gonna be Super Bowl ready. You could tell early on. Right. Facts. Unless Simi just have this incredible growth spurt in learning the position of wide receiver, we're gonna have to bust a move. Because James Washington ain't enough. And we're gonna have to use the mess out of Tony Pollard. I've been saying this, that Tony Pollard, man, that man gonna have to have like 12 carries and like 6 catches a game. He gonna have to touch the ball damn near 20 times. He gonna have to touch it 20 times. He gonna have to. Stephen Jones talking about part of why that 20 million ain't spent is because we need to pay 15 million to the price. Huh? For real? I think Stephen Jones lying like a mug. I think he lying. 15 mil to the practice squad? 15 mil? And if he talking about they got to pay 15 mil to the practice squad, then somebody on that practice squad need to be on the 53-man roster. 53? That seemed kind of steep for some practice squad. 15 mil? When you can get away with about at least what? 3-4 players with like $1.5 million on 105. I'm gonna have to peep that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm confused on that one. Practice players ain't. You trying to tell me that all them practice players that you got, they command a salary like that? What the hell? So if you can sit over there and pay them practice squad, them practice players that much money, then why the hell is you being so cheap? So that means I expect somebody else to come up in here. All right. You got T.Y. Hilton. You got Sue. You got Barr. Or a trade at linebacker. Which one you want? Which one y'all want? T.Y., Sue, Barr, or a trade at linebacker? Which one y'all want? Which one y'all would want? Me? I say Sue. Just off that toughness and Right. Yeah, facts. It's just that man he still rushes the passer. He could teach Osa. He teach Gallimore. He gonna teach the rookie D tackles, man. He gonna teach him how to be dogs, and he gonna add to that dog mentality that we started to develop. Oh God. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what the heck is going on? Sue should have been here. He should have been here. Or you should be calling them right now to tell me we get ready to bring you in. Sue don't miss games. Sue is like mid-30s and still producing like one of the better D tackles in the league. That man is a champion and was a big part of the championship team. You trying to tell me that when you aspire to be champion, you don't want to bring a champion in here who is still productive? Jerry, come on now. I think Stephen Jones we don't need Sue. We got Ridgeway boy. Nah. The only time I agree with Jerry listening to Stephen Jones when Stephen wanted Zach Martin over Johnny Manziel. That's the only time that I agree that he should have listened to Stephen, which he did. Other than that, Stephen. Come on. Man, I honestly think that if we're gonna make that move, one more move got to come. One more move, whether it be a vet or a trade, one more move got to come. We one more move away, I think. One more. And they got to figure out that move within these next month. They got to figure it out. You know, hopefully when we wake up, we see Sue sign. You know, just like Julio waited to the start of training camp. Same thing with Sue. You know, Sue getting older, so you got to preserve his body. You know, he can't. You know, you don't want him to do full because he gonna automatically. He gonna give you every game, and he gonna give you every game hard, and he gonna be available, and he gonna bring something to the table. So you want to help keep him preserved, right? At the same time, at least by the weekend when them pads come. And Dominican Zoo, this is Jerry Jones. You want to be a Cowboy? You want to be a Cowboy? Come on, man. So, we done sit over there and had scrubs. We done sit over there and got a washed up Eddie George when he came to play running back. We done sit over there and got Roy Williams. He let us go. He disappointed us. I'm talking about the wide receiver. We done got disappointed with Henry Melton. You know what I'm saying? So I believe we won't get disappointed when Ndamukong Suh. That's what I honestly believe. So, Jerry could talk about how he feels better and how we could contend. Yeah, we got more experience because of what we went through and the ups and downs that we went through. And a lot of, like I said, it was a lot of playoffs games, and you could kind of tell. But at the same time, right? Even though that was our first year together, because of that horrible first year that we had. Okay, now is the time. Now is the time. We have too much talent not to be performing like one of the better teams in the NFL. We have too much talent. Man, every team ain't going to be stacked deep. You know what I'm saying? So if we're expecting to be perfect at every position, no. But this is the time to Kellen Moore to get that play calling right. This is the time for Dak to show that he could play with less like every other elite quarterback had to do sometime in his career. Man, ain't that Ridgeway and Sue? Hey, on 4th and goal. Hey, Ridgeway, Sue, get up in the game. Ooh. Ooh. You know, man. When the last time you could say that Dallas actually has been tough? When's the last time you could say that? And not running the ball from top to bottom on your defense. When the last time you could say this defense has been tough? It's been a while. You know, we didn't have some decent defenses. The last time, you know, other than last year, we had, you know, when we had Big J Ratliff and DeWare and Spencer Hatcher and Bowen, I believe it was Brady James, I believe, T. New, you know, that's the last time you could say that we had a, you know what I mean? You could say a really decent defense, though, but they were soft because, you know, when they came to Minnesota with Brett Favre, man, we got blew out. We gonna sit over there and let Jared Allen wind it all up, and what's his name, man? The other little bum, I forgot his name, the other DN. But we done let them sit over there and run circles on us. When the last time we could say that we've been tough? Really tough. Yeah, we done had some decent defenses, even the one that you know, when we had played the Rams in the playoffs a few years ago. But that defense to me wasn't tough. They played decent, they played above expectations, but it wasn't tough though. It wasn't like, you know what time it is when it, you know, I didn't feel that. It wasn't that Charles Haley. It didn't have that type of feel to it. It wasn't a Charles Haley led defense. Oh my God. Sick. Oh, I was sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. I'm looking at it like, wow. We weren't even competitive. I remember that game to this day. I remember that game to this day. Let me plug this laptop in. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, I remember that game. That's when my boy when D Ware had hurt his neck in that San Diego game, and he had came back for the 2 sacks. I was over there with my puppy dog eyes. I was like, Dad, you know, Dad, is D Ware gonna be able to play next game? I don't know, son. It didn't look too good. I'm over here like, damn, the whole week just you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, did I say D Ware playing? D Ware playing? And then here come Miles Austin starting the game on soon. Like, oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. When we was hitting, you know. Yeah. But I still felt empty though. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was good. Don't get me wrong. We played some good defense. Cause I believe that's the year that didn't we bang on the Colts? Did we beat the Colts up that year? I think that was the year we beat the Colts up. But I'm like, I just felt empty that year though with that defense. I'm like, okay, the defense playing solid though. But as you can see though, how we left off with CJ Anderson and Gurley, that kind of summed it up for us. That kind of summed it up. You know, what did they run? Like damn near 300 yards on us that game? I think they damn near ran 300 yards on us that game. What's going on, Box? What's going on? You say Anthony Barr? Yeah. You know, the defense was playing like, but then, man, I'm like, we got stepped on. Man, I'm sitting over there just like, like, wow, y'all really gonna sit over there and just really just take this? Y'all really gonna just take this from them? It kind of felt like the Niner game, but just a little worse against that Rams because, man, that 300, I believe it was 300. It was like 296 or something like that. Yeah, man, we over here thinking like, okay, not knowing them Saints. The Saints offense was handicapped, and they ain't really had nobody. Yeah, I seen. Yeah, we was just talking about Sam. Yeah, we was just listening to a little something on Sam too. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he got. I can't wait to see if he step up. You know what I want to see? I want to see what's going on with Fowler. I want to see how he get ready to look. I want to see if we can get him back to, when he had that decent year, that good year, which was under Dan Quinn. I want to see Fowler. I want to see what Fowler got. Because, contrary to, what other people may feel, people didn't really like Fowler. Like, Fowler just, he is what it. I think we can get the most out of Fowler. Anything with Dan Quinn is possible. Anything with Dan Quinn is possible. When I think of Dan Quinn, I just think he's going to get the most out of his players. He's going to get the most out of them. So, okay, so we lost. Okay. But yeah, man, we went out bad that playoff game, though. Just like, and the cool thing about it is, peep this trend though that I just thought about. The last two times, or you could say that we had a decent defense, in the playoffs we got exposed by the run game and by not being tough. Yeah, we was talking about that yesterday. I'm not opposed to Cole coming back, but I just don't think Cole get ready to come back though. I just think that the way he left and what he said, and him not getting that COVID shot, that pretty much put the writing on this wall as a Cowboy. Man, I believe I thought I seen something talking about the reason why Amari might have missed some things because of the COVID shot. Well, yeah, that was the obvious though, but I kind of think that had something to do with him leaving, by him not getting the jab. But at the same time though, it's his choice though. You want to lose a good player, you know what I mean, just because he didn't want to, he didn't want to get it though. So I mean, yeah. Man, we went out bad, man. When I tell you, man, but look though, I'm gonna tell you how stupid I look. Man, I'm over here on my Facebook. I'm out here singing to the Niner fans, man, that you can't stop the rain, right? I'm out here sitting over there telling about how they get ready to get dead, with Micah and how DeMarcus Lawrence and all them coming for you like cops, man, like bad boys, what you gonna do type, and then all of a sudden we out here getting punked. I'm over here like, man. They hit me up like, they like, what happened? I'm over here trying to be humble. I'm like, good game. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to loosen up the blow. They get on my video. They like, what happened? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. But I say like this though, right? With the Rams though, who gonna replace that Von Miller production though in key situations though? You know, and then they lost Odell. I doubt he coming. Well, to them at least. Yeah, like the Odell and the Von Miller to me seem kind of big. Um, just as far as Von, even though Von Miller's kind of was going to be hot and cold during the season, we know why they brought Von Miller in for them playoffs. And some of the plays that he made was like, yeah, that's why they brought him in. So I mean, yeah, you see, like the AFC got better. It seemed like the AFC is the one that really wanted to take the stick. With Adams, Green Bay. Green Bay ain't gonna be nothing. We ain't worried about Green Bay. Rams, I think they're gonna have that little Super Bowl, that leftover syndrome. Uh, who else? Who else we got talking about? We ain't worried about nobody in our division. I ain't worried about nobody in our division. Vikings, it's pretty much gonna be the same thing they've been having. Ain't nobody believe in Trey Lance, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't believe in no Trey Lance. I just think, I don't. And me being from California, I'm like, I look, I hate to say it up on here though. I don't want to be no hater though, but it's me being from California. I hope that I wish the San Francisco 49ers nothing but failure from here on out. you know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't get it either. I mean, Trey Lance in that system, Trey Lance needed to be with Greg Roman, like with Lamar Jackson. If they was gonna get anything out of him, they thinking because Josh Allen worked in Buffalo that it's gonna be the same thing with Trey Lance. Nah, I never really seen it. I mean, I'll admit to you, I didn't watch him that much in college. But what I did see, I'm like, not saying that he gonna have games where he like, okay, yeah, that's pretty solid. But then he gonna have games like, what the hell going on? But then when it's time to be in that moment, will he prosper? I don't think so. I don't think so. But Tampa, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really worried about Tampa. I'm not really worried about Tampa. I'm not worried about Tampa. Who else? Damn, I'm trying to think. That's damn near let me look. I heard the little old man thought about trying to come back out. What was it, Whitworth? I heard the old man was trying to come back out. Let me see. Let's go through the list. Green Bay, trash. San Francisco, we ain't worried about. Philly, don't get me started on Philly. Don't get me started on Philly. Seahawks, trash. Bears, trash. Vikings, okay. Tampa Bay, we ain't worried. Saints, trash. Commanders, trash. Carolina, well, I want to say if they don't Carolina, I'm gonna be in between on them. If Baker can give him something better than what Sam Darnold do, and can get the ball to DJ Moore the way they're supposed to, they'll be a lot better. Rams, they'll compete, but they ain't gonna get as far as what they got this year. Yeah. Falcons trash. Cardinals ain't gonna do nothing. Kyler Murray ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody worry about no Kyler Murray. It's up. What's his name say? Cardi B when it's up and then it's up. Yeah, it's up. So if Dallas can't get to where they needed to go in this division, in this NFC, with everybody going to the AFC, Von Miller going to the AFC, the only thing we got to worry about is the AFC during the season and in the Super Bowl where we need to be. That's the only time we got to worry about the AFC. The NFC got weaker because everybody went to the AFC. I looked at that whole NFC and I didn't see nobody that we worried about, especially Philly. And I'm still trying to I done made 2 videos about Philly. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell is Philly a dream team? I'm still trying to figure this out. When Miles Austin and Dallas Goedert is your best 2 offensive weapons on your team. How the hell is that a dream when one is always hurt and one is a tight end? I'm still trying to figure that out. And then you got Dontari Poe. You drafted Dontari Poe in the first round. You drafted Dontari Poe. I'm telling you, to me, he seemed like Dontari Poe. I did a video. Matter of fact, when y'all can check out that video I did when I was talking about him, when I was talking about Philly, I was talking about Jordan Davis, comparing him to Ridgeway. It seemed like Dontari Poe. That man, I'm telling you, his whole measurables, his production is Dontari Poe. How the hell I'm gonna sit over there and draft a D tackle? I think he had like 4-5 sacks in 4 years. How the hell is that first round pick worthy? Well, we pretty much got the same thing from what you call it? Hold up. Get some tissue. I had to wipe my tears in my nose like Philly fans. But how the hell you gonna draft a first round pick on a D tackle that only get like 4-5 sacks in a 4-year career? He has a 4-year career. And you trying to tell me that man is all of a sudden, if he only got 4 or 5 sacks in college, all of a sudden he's supposed to be a sack master in the NFL? Right. And Osa definitely better. Osa was at UCLA on that bum defense, still making them relevant inside. Even though his brother was a bum. Even though he was cheeks, I guess the younger brothers sometimes it's always a younger brother, huh? Sometimes it's always a younger brother. Man. I just don't know. I think it's because, yep. Oh, that wrestling background, that do make a difference. That do make a difference. And you look at Tristan Wirfs from the right tackle for the Tampa. It looked like all them wrestling, they usually really translate them wrestling backgrounds for sure. Yeah, man, Philly sit over there think because they got them 2 corners, man, that they sit over there and going all of a sudden be something locked down when one of your corners, CeeDee Lamb's son, made him his son. I told one of them Philly fans, man, when I was talking to one of them Philly, I said, man, come on my show so you can tell me, so you can sort of sit over there and try to convince me your team is a dream team. He ain't want to do it. He ain't want to do it. I was going to shut it down. Right. Gonna take him. Come on, man. CeeDee Lamb I heard CeeDee Lamb put on another inch in height. And I already seen, man, on that video, man, when he was catching that little slant, his back got bigger. That means he put that mass on, that back got bigger. So yeah, he done put on a few pounds. Because you can tell, look at when y'all can look at that training camp live that they posted like an hour or two ago. And look at his back compared to other years and this year, and look at his back compared to Tolbert. And that'll tell you about the size that man put on. So when CD first came in, he was like a little toothpick. All it takes, man, for you to get that grown man body. All it takes for you to get that grown man body. But I can't wait. Tomorrow, what I'll do is, man, if y'all want, man, I'll open the lines up and we can have a call-in show tomorrow. We could talk about it. We're going to talk about day 2 tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live every day with this training camp. When they got a training camp day, we here now. It's football time, so we coming. So I'm going to try to do a live, especially during this camp, every day, so we can talk about it. So we can talk about what's going on. So yeah, we here. But what I'll do is tomorrow, I'll go ahead and open up some call lines. So if y'all want to chop it up with me on the call lines and come talk to me, man, we gonna have that available. But I appreciate y'all coming through, chopping it up with me. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the likes, the subs. I appreciate everything. Without y'all, I ain't nothing. Somebody got to talk to me. Somebody got to view me. So I appreciate all y'all. A new show I like to start. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. All right, I'll be back tomorrow, man. Until next time, y'all.